Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new video. So, today, what we're going to do is a few goalkeeping drills that you can do by yourself. So, not much equipment needed. We've got a few cones, a few balls, a dog if you've got one potentially. So, what I'm planning on doing is just a couple of things just to keep myself somewhat fit, keep myself active, and just try and keep some of my skills somewhat fresh. So understanding that the worldwide pandemic is affecting everyone at the moment, so we're just doing what we can, especially for those of us in self-isolation. So video for everybody there. So without further ado, let's stop talking and let's get into it. And pop my gloves. Let's get straight to it.
All right, let's get to it. So this session we're going to start out with a bit of core work stuff. So lots of different exercises you can do to engage that core and get some of that strength. So the first exercise we're going to do, all you need is a ball. And all we're going to do is just basically put the ball between your legs and into the sit-up position and basically flick it up with your legs and then catching it. So you're working on your hands too. You're also building up that hand-eye coordination as well, which is good. And then building that core strength as well. So activating them stomach muscles, then back muscles as well. And then also just working on your hands as well, which is good. So it's a good little exercise, real easy to do as well. And all you need is a bit of flat surface as well. So here we're just going to look at it from a slightly different angle. So again, you can see that I'm flicking the ball right up. You can do it in different ways as well, so you don't have to do it as high. You can do it quite low. I'm mixing it up. And then just make sure you're just keeping contact, keeping clean hands and using a big stretch, and then really engaging that core. Next we're going to go into a similar thing, except this one is just incorporating a bit of a wall. So if you do have a wall, this is a great exercise to do. Basically just throwing the ball against the wall, and as you're coming down from your sit-up, you're actually catching the ball. As you can see, I'm doing this at quite a high intensity just so I can really get that burn and get that core really engaged. So this is a real good ab workout, and I love this one. This is one of my favorites. Usually it's done with a second person where they're dropping the ball to you and throwing the ball, but this one, doing it by yourself, just as good. All right, so really good to get them hands activated, making sure you're keeping clean hands, and as well concentrating on keeping that high intensity and burning that core as well. A slight different variation to this is basically just moving from side to side. Okay, again, you want to be keeping them clean hands, but in this case we're just transitioning from our left to our right. All right, real good, and this one burns the sides a little bit as well, and really does start getting the sweat going. So this is a great workout, gives it a good puff, and you really do feel this one as well. You won't be doing it for too long before you really start gassing out, and this one definitely worked me, but I really enjoy this one. It's really good fun to do as well at home, so by all means give it a go. It is an awesome workout. Here's another version that you can try. I really like this one. So basically starting in that set position and throwing the ball and then collapse diving to your left and into your right. A couple of key tips here is making sure that you do dive a little bit forward, and making sure that you're keeping your clean hands, keeping your hands out in front as well, making sure you get your body behind the ball, and as well I'm getting that leg nice and high as well, as you can see. So this is going to make it easier to snap back up to that set position as well. So keeping that high intensity by as soon as I'm diving down and I'm getting right back up, back into that set position. So I'm keeping that real high intensity and getting a good workout there.
While we're having a quick drink break, if you want to grab any of the gear that you see in all of my videos, SDL, the link for their website is down below in the description box. Feel free to go onto the website, have a look, and maybe get yourself a pair of these bad boys. But apart from that, it's time to get back into it.
Cool, all right, so now we're gonna get into using some of our feet. All right, so it's just a quick warm up with our feet. What we're gonna do is just basically, if you've got a wall available, just basically passing against the wall, pass it back, control it, and then pass it back. Alternate your feet just so you're not getting stuck with using your preferred foot. Make sure you're always practicing in between your feet, all right? So then you build up a good passing base, because as a goalkeeper, you do really need to be good with both feet, especially when you're passing. So transitioning on to the next one, instead of just controlling it straight at your feet, what you want to do is control it across your body and then go onto your other foot. All right, this is a really really good skill to have, and it's something that I quite struggle with to do it consistently. I can get a few ones in a row, but then as soon as my feet get a little bit heavy and a little bit tired, that's when I start to make mistakes. So it's really important to practice this and make sure that you are comfortable with doing this as well. Once you're happy with that, we're moving on to just normal touches. So just making sure a 1-2 touch. So just alternating your feet, building up that muscle memory. And this is when my daughter's decided to come join us and say hello to the camera.
Somebody wanted to join in on the videos. Say hi.
Next, we're going to be working on scoops. So all I'm doing here is I'm basically just putting the ball down, passing against the wall, and then scooping. Alright, so just making sure I'm getting my body low, getting my body behind it, and then scooping into the ball, making sure I cut my hands around the ball as well, into my chest. Alright, there's a few different techniques you can really do this with. I only use this in the K technique, and the K technique is what I'm going to do next. So basically just the scooper technique and the K technique work quite well for me, but every goalkeeper and every coach teaches slightly differently with this, so just whatever technique that you're used to as well. So the K technique I'm doing here is all I'm doing is basically just getting my knee down and covering that gap between my legs. Alright, so this is a more safer option if you're not confident in your scoop. Making sure that when you do practice it, you practice using both legs. So as you can see, I'm alternating as to which knee actually goes down, and this is quite difficult for me because I get very stuck on one side. So again, it's just making sure you maintain focus, you concentrate, and you're working on these things in training so that when game day comes, they just become fluent and you're not thinking about it, you're just doing whatever naturally occurs. With this one, I'm working into diving now. So by passing the ball into the wall, and then I'm working on my slow dives to the left and right. So I'm collapsing onto the ball and pushing that ball forward as well. Alright, diving technique, you're just going to make sure that you get your legs up. Alright, so get that leg up and it makes for a quick snap back up to your feet. Alright, so you want to keep practicing the intensity of this and making sure that you get to your feet quickly, because in a game you're going to need to snap back to your feet quickly on some of these things. So it is very important, and it's good to practice it so it becomes a natural habit for you. So now we're going to pull some cones out. If you don't actually have any cones, you can use a lot of different things like shirts or, cans of beans and stuff like that. There are lots of little things you can use. So what we're doing is basically doing a figure eight around the middle 2 cones and then setting at the last one. So you'll get a better view of it from here. So going a figure eight around the middle 2 cones, setting at the last cone, and then pouncing on either of the left or the right hand balls. It's good if you can get a set and then get a shot, but in this case we don't have that luxury of having somebody taking shots at us. So what we're going to have to do is improvise with a bit of one-on-one, if you like, where we were just meeting that ball, all right, and smothering it. The big thing with this is making sure that your feet are quick small steps around that figure eight, getting them calves burning nicely, and making sure that we're getting our feet moving nice and quick between them cones. So we're not going over, as you can see, I'm making sure that I'm moving around the cones as well. All right, and maybe do about 3 or 4 sets of this, and then you can switch it up a little bit. All right, so the next one I'm going to show you where we do switch it up a little bit, and we'll be including a little bit of backtracking as well, which is really cool. So instead of going around to the figure eight, what we're doing now is we're going to that end cone, tracking back to the first cone, and then going either left or right. So you go left or right around the cone, and then around the inside or the outside of the top cone before we dive. So top, back, around, and then we dive. Alright, it's really good way. It's just a really good drill, this one. It's a slight transition from the last one, and you don't have to move the cones. So you can just keep it all simple and then just mix it up a little bit. I always go left to right. So you're always practicing both ways, diving on both sides. Again, you want to make sure that you're good on both sides as well. Practicing both sides is always key. All right, key to consistency, key to make sure that you don't preferably have a weak side, so you're still practicing both. It's the same with your feet. You want to make sure you're always practicing both sides as well. This is another good drill that you can do. So it takes a little bit more cones. If you've got hurdles, they're perfect. I don't have any, so what I'm using is the white cones in the middle. What I'm doing is I'm starting on the left side where I'm actually hopping over with my left foot and then touching the outside cone. All right, I do this 4 times, and as I reach to the end ball, and then I just do a quick pass against the wall, or in this case the bench, and then I'm just doing a quick reaction save. All right, so again, I'm just doing this where it's left foot over, doing a left foot jump, out, pass, and then a save. All right, when we're going over to the right hand side, same thing, just with the right foot. So you're hopping over with your right foot, out, touch, shot, save. That's really good. It's awesome. And you can do potentially 2 balls as well. So I'm just doing 2 circuits with this with my right foot, and then I'll do both feet. So when you jump over with both feet, you transition to left and right cones. This is where it really starts to get a bit of sweat going. It's really good. In this case, I'm doing 2 balls this time. Quickly up, kick the other ball, and then down as well. And then my daughter decides to join me, and she's celebrating. One last time, it's really good. This is a really good workout as well. You do feel the sweat on this one, and you do feel the burn in your legs. As you can tell, I'm quite exhausted at this stage and missed that save, but it's good to finish with a save there, and I've scrambled to get that last one in. And as you can see, I'm well and truly spent at this stage in the video. Had a good workout, really solid, got a bit of sweat up, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it as well as I did.
Well, I'm truly spent from today's video, so I think I'm about done. I need a shower and a fresh set of clothes, really. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully it gives you some good value, and you know, maybe gives you a few ideas to try out yourself. So hopefully everyone stays safe during these weird times, and take care, and I'll see you in the next one.